Next comes a two-time series champion who dominated the regular season that precedes the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup. He led the series standings for 13 consecutive weeks.
NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, 6th place, Tony Stewart.
Tony Stewart banking on enough Sunoco Racing fuel on board that Chevrolet to take him to victory lane.
Tony Stewart is turning the engine off halfway down the front stretch, and he's coasting the car.
The gamble just might pay off for Tony Stewart. Here he comes for the first time as an owner-driver. Tony Stewart has won.
I can remember growing up in Indy and, going to the Indy 500 every year, and AJ was always the guy that I was pulling for every year. And then as I grew up and realized his history more and realized that our paths kind of went similar directions, that made him even that much bigger of a hero to me.
Tony Stewart proving that he is going to be a contender for the championship this year, picking up the win today.
How about this one, boys? Proud of you guys.
Everybody that made the chase this year has the ability to put together 10 solid weeks and be the champion. Everybody that made the chase is a legitimate threat to win.
Off the end of the back straightaway, it's all Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart is going to win the Coke Zero 400.
Talking about Superman and Watkins Glen. He's finished first or second the last now 6 years in a row here at this racetrack.
As much as I love driving race cars, if there's nobody to drive in front of, it takes a lot away from it. When you see all these people and thousands of people on race day, and it doesn't matter whether it's a short track or a super speedway, no matter who their favorite driver is, just having them there is an awesome feeling. Definitely the All-Star race in May was definitely probably one of the highlights of the year for me.
Don't look now. Here comes a red-hot Chevy. Tony Stewart is there. He's got a wheel inside. Slides underneath that Kenza. New leader, Tony Stewart.
He'll win the 25th running of the Sprint All-Star race.
Please welcome driver of the number 14 Office Depot Old Spice Chevrolet from Columbus, Indiana, Tony Stewart.
Tony Stewart also won this year's NASCAR Sprint All-Star race.
Thank you. I'm going to go with Ryan and Biffle on this. I think we probably all as drivers and car owners, I don't want to speak for Gene's half of the team, but I'll be willing to give my half a little bit of a donation to get Jimmy to retire. So, or at least just take a vacation for 5 or 10 years, just whatever you're comfortable with. But typically, if I'm not the one at the head table here, and let it be known that I am the last guy not named Jimmy Johnson to sit at the head table, so that's at least something to be proud of this year for me. But I've never really been that excited to give a speech about the top 10 finishing points, but this year is different. Not just because we finished in the top 6, but because we did it with what was essentially a new team. And at the same time, we did it with a lot of people who were part of the Haas CNC race team for the last 6 years. And nothing made me prouder than getting them into victory lane at the All-Star race for the first time. We won 4 races, obviously, this year, and 5 if you include that All-Star race win, and led the points for 13 straight weeks. And maybe next year they'll change the rules and the format a little bit, and we'll give the championship away at the halfway point or something. But it was awesome for both of our teams to be in the chase, and thanks for being so new. It was a hell of a year for Stewart Haas Racing for our first season, and a lot of that success for Stewart Haas Racing goes to some really key people. Gene Haas, thank you for allowing me to be a part of your organization and a part of your family. Joe Custer for putting this whole deal together. Joe was really the one that made this all happen for us, and I'm really appreciative to work with Joe. My new crew chief, Darian Grubb, you've been a part of my family now for a year, which I don't know if you realize really what you truly signed up for when you signed the contract last year, but you're stuck with me for a while. But I appreciate your friendship, and your wife, Yolanda's also. Bobby Hutchins, our competition director, thank you so much for everything that you've done this year to make Stewart Haas Racing a success. I'm really proud of you, and we're thinking about your wife, so keep your head up, bud. Ryan Newman as a teammate. Ryan said how much fun we've had this year, and it's truly been that way. We have absolutely had a blast this year as a race team, and unfortunately Ryan gets me in a little trouble off the track, which I've been pretty good at not being so bad at the last couple of years. Tony Gibson, thank you so much for everything you do with Ryan and working with Darian and myself. It really feels like an organization and two teams that have been together a long time. Brett Fruit and Eddie Jarvis, thank you guys for keeping me out of trouble and keeping me sane. Sorry about your sanity, but we'll work on that during the off season. And still we have some work to do, and that's made apparent by the same group of people that are sitting up here for the 4th straight year in a row. And it's up to us to find a way to beat these guys. But until then, it's your guys' moment to shine. Jimmy and Chad and Rick, you guys made history this year. Enjoy it. Congratulations again and again and again and again. But and at the same time, I know why they're so good and why you're so good on the racetrack, Jimmy. Hendrick chassis and engines are unbelievable. They're reliable, they're strong, and that's a big reason that Ryan and I are up here tonight. So thank you guys and what you guys do for us. I also like to congratulate Joey Logano. You did a great job this year, bud. I always pay attention every week still to that orange car, and I'm always paying attention to what you're doing, and I know you made the number 20 team proud this year, so you did a great job. Dan Hessing, everybody from Sprint, thank you guys so much for helping support a great series. The France family for everything that you've built and continue to keep the integrity of our sport the way it is. NASCAR officials, thank you guys so much for everything you do. Like Juan said, you guys are there and are the first people that we see every day, and you're smiling no matter what the weather's like, what the conditions are, and you guys are always there to make it fun for us. Of course, our NASCAR fans, we got the best in all of professional sports here, and we could not do it without you guys. You guys make it special. Obviously, the Office Depot, thank you guys for helping me take care of business this year, and Steve Odlin and Chuck Rubin, thank you guys so much for making it fun this year for us. Old Spice for instilling some swagger this year to Stewart Haas Racing. Burger King for promoting the truth. U.S. Army for showing us all what it means to be Army strong. And Chevy, it's great to be back with you guys this year. I missed you guys for a year, but I'm glad it was a short duration. I'm proud to be back with GM and the Chevy brand, and I plan to be here for the rest of my career. Everyone at Haas Automation, thank you so much for what you guys do and the support that you give our race team. You guys are literally the ones that are making the tools that allow for all of our success. The Tornadoes brand, thank you guys so much to everyone, the Ruiz family. Thanks for joining our family at Stewart Haas Racing. Also Coca-Cola, Quaker State, Simpson, Mac Tools, DuPont, Bosch, Smith Transport, Lincoln Welders, Norton, Atlas Copco, Sandvik, Safety Clean, Adidas, Sunoco, and Goodyear. Everybody at Goodyear, thank you guys so much for working so hard this year to give us a safe and competitive tire. We appreciate it. Everybody at Armor All, everybody at Bass Pro Shops, Goodies, JD Byrider, Oakley, and Articat, thank you guys for your support as well. And to our good buddy Jim Hunter, get well soon, buddy. We're thinking about you. And thank you guys, and happy holidays.